What's up, guys? Welcome back to Oregon Fishing Adventures. We are out here on the river on that winter steelhead grind, and today we're in the main stem here a little bit. The water keeps coming down, so I decided to come a little farther down in the system, see if I can't get some luck down here. Things are looking really good for this spot right behind me, and I don't know. We're gonna start things off here with a bead, and then I gotta change my jig and bead setup. And then we'll fish that through here, and then we'll check some spinners through it, and then we'll switch spots. So let's get started with the first spot and see if we can't pull something out of here today. All right, let's get things started off here with the Cherie Sunrise. Starting out shallow and kind of closer in. I can't really fish like right in front of me because this water is like probably only about a foot deep. But just a little farther out, I can run that. Then I might have to change my depth to run the farther out seam. Let's drift this out a little farther. Try to get some of these loops out of my spool here. All right, let me see. I want to go a little deeper. All right, now let's go a little bit farther into that deeper water. Would love to get a fish on in here today. All right, so we'll give you guys a little walkthrough how I do my setup here for my jig and bead. I've gone over it a few times in the past, but we'll go over it for those people that are new here that haven't seen. I've definitely been very effective using this method in the past, so let's get it going. First thing, got to open this pack. I gotta get to my jigs. Cut the end of that line. Okay, so I'll pull off a section here. We don't want it super long for the jig, so right there should be about good. So we got maybe 2 feet, probably about 2 feet of line here. I'm gonna do a Orvis knot. So you go behind the main line, then you have this little loop here on the back side. You go behind that, then you make another loop that's towards the front, then you take this tag, go behind that again, and you do that twice, and then grab that little tag, pull on it, and then you watch that tag and turn down like that. That's how you know it locks in. Put the tag in my bag. Okay. Now, gotta get my jigs. So let me put my line away real quick. Here we go. So I think we're going to go with a Nightmare Woolly Bugger pattern today. And then on the jig itself, I like to tie a uni knot. Just because I like the way the uni knot helps the jig sit. So when I tie this, I put 5 turns into the uni knot. 3, 4. Gotta wet it, pull it tight, and then I gotta clip this tag, put my jigs back. Clip that tag, throw that back in here. Now, okay, so we got our jig portion tied up. We're gonna put that on the frame of the guide. That's one thing. Let me mention this, guys. So if you're ever going to put your hooks up towards your guide or on your guide, if you see you don't have a hook keeper or something, please never put your guide or your hooks in your guide itself. Use the frame behind the guide to put your hook. Okay, it saves your guides from getting damaged over time. You know, it might not happen the first try, but you could definitely potentially cause some damage to your guides. So put it on the frame instead of in the guide. It's just better. So, but we're gonna get a bead leader here, and we'll have to cut this down to size. So all my bead leaders I tie this same length. And then I just cut them down for my needs. So sometimes I do kind of waste a bunch of line, especially when I'm doing these jig and bead setups, because I only use a little bit of it. So I only use, we're gonna say, about 16 to 18 inches or so. And part of the reason why I'm doing that is just like the longer the setup is, the harder it is to cast. So having a shorter setup just makes it a little bit more easy to get into spots and whatnot. So we will throw the bead leaders back in the bag and get our beads out here. Got my Bobber Down Bait Company box. And let's see, I got kind of an orange on the other one, so I think we'll go with a pink Nightmare for this one. It's looking like a good option. All right. Now, the last part. We got our bead leader, we got our jig tied on. Now I'm going to do another Orvis knot to tie this bead to the bend of the hook here. One of the reasons I like the Orvis knot is you don't lose a lot of tag end tying this knot. So you preserve most of your leader length. Come on. Okay. So there we go. We got our jig, and we got our bead leader running down 16 to 18 inches down to a 12 mil pink nightmare. So when it's running through the water, they'll see this jig coming through, then they'll see the bead coming through. So it just gives them two different presentations to look at. All right, let's get the jig and bead out here. This one's got some under wraps on it too. I need to kind of let this one float out so I can fix that. See if the jig and bead can get it done today. Got to pull it off of that shelf a little down there. Oh yeah. Basically just trying to get line out at this point to get some of these wraps out on the spool. Okay. Alrighty. We're gonna finish the spot up with the spinner. I fished it pretty hard for a while now with everything else and haven't been able to get anything, so we're gonna crank a spinner through here. Try to cover this whole run. There we go, perfect. That's right where I wanted it. All right, we're doing a little exploring today. So this is a spot I've never fished. I've looked at it a ton of times and always thought there's some fishy looking water down here. I knew there was a little spot to get to it, but I never have actually taken the time to stop and come check it out. So I walked half of the trail down and looked at the water and decided, you know what? Let's do it. Let's make it happen. So we're gonna work our way down to this spot here and see if we can't find something. This is a nice trail too, nice and easy to get down. So let's see, I can go upstream or downstream from here. Let's check this downstream spot. There's a little rapid right here beside me. So I want to look. It almost looks like there's a perfect little spot that I can stand right here at the bottom of this. Oh, I like that. All right. So I'm not exactly sure what the depth's like out here because I've never fished it. So I lowered my bobber stop a little bit there. And we'll see how this first run through here goes. Oh, I didn't quite get it far enough out. Need to be a little bit more on that current seam. Looks like I can take a couple more steps out this way. Oh, the bead slid up. I just put some fresh scent on it, so sometimes that makes that thing slide a little easier. All right, let's get this cast out here. There we go. Would be pretty sweet to get a fish out of a new spot. Oh. That was just bottom there. Might be too close to that log. Risking it for the biscuit. There we go. There we go. I got a different run down there. This water does look really fishy though. I've looked at this run so many times and kept thinking, man, I need to go down there and check that out one of these days. Decided today was that day. Alrighty, had to switch out batteries. First battery of the day died. I've actually been super happy with the battery life on these on the Ace Pro 2 batteries with the same recording settings that I was using before. I think this is OSP coming down the river here. How's it going, guys? Huh? How's the fishing? Slow. I got out here a little late. Didn't get none yet? Nothing. Surprised they don't let you guys bring your fish poles out with you.
I wish too, yeah. I'm Trooper Canyon, we're just checking people's licenses and tags.
There you go. I was trying to pull it up for you.
Thank you so much. You got your 25 license and tag. Thanks, Kyle.
Yep, you're welcome.
Have a great day. Good
Thanks, guys.
You alone?
You've been seeing a bunch of people out today?
Yeah, it's quite a few people. They're in and out.
You hear any, like, good reports?
Only saw 3 steelhead.
3 steelhead? Pretty slow?
Yeah. You alone or you got more people?
No, I'm by myself, yeah. Been wanting to try this run out for a little while. I always look at it when I'm driving down river, but never stopped to fish it, so I decided today's the day.
Well, you never know. You get one right now.
Yeah.
Good luck.
Thank you, thank you. Have a good day, guys. Alrighty. Here we go. Just had OSP come through. See if we can't get a fish now. Sometimes, you know, you get checked, you get a fish on. And one of them floated over the hole and one of them floated around it, so might have stirred up something in here. All right, so we're gonna explore farther down here. I think I see a spot where I can post up and fish just a little further down, because I'd really like to fish this run right through here. So, but I'm thinking if I can get to it from right down here, I'd have the best chance of getting a good drift through it. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put my stuff over here in this little spot. Let's give it a shot. You can see there's a grass patch kind of in the middle there I'll need to avoid. I think I'm on the other side of it right now though, so we should be fine. Just realized I can't let it go too far down because of this grass below me. Let's see if I can reposition a little over here. Yeah, that should be better. Oh, the braid's caught up. All right, we'll give the jig and bead a shot through here. Let's see what happens. This one's gonna run into that grass patch, so I gotta reel it in right about there. Okay. There we go. I should sneak right by that. I'm definitely gonna remember to come fish this water again sometime. Like, I'll make note of what the river level is like right now and remember how this run is, and then I'll come back to it again at different levels and see how it is. When it's a little lower, I'd really like to see how the structure of the hole is. I can obviously tell that that's a tail out down there, because it shallows up every single time I get my float down that way. But knowing how a run is at different levels is really nice, just to kind of see how things set up at different flows. At the flow it's at right now, I really like it. I really like how this section of water looks at this level. So I'll make a note of that when I go upriver. And I got a nice little mile marker to mark this thing by. And that's one thing about it, guys, too, you know, like, a lot of times you can't just rely on people to tell you spots to go fishing. You just got to get out there and look around and see what you can find. I mean, like, I've fished this river for years, and like I said, I've looked at this spot so many times. I've thought, hey, that looks like good water. But for some reason, I have no idea why, I've just never stopped to fish it. I've always been like on a mission to get somewhere else, or whatever the case may be. So I don't know, today was the day. I was like, you know what, we're gonna fish a little new piece of water today instead of just doing the water that I'm used to and comfortable with, because I know so many spots on this river, but there are still some that I haven't really took the time to get to learn, and this is one of them. So sometimes it might pay off. Get out here one of these spots, and I mean, obviously there's nobody out at this spot right now. And it's got a couple decent holes. It's got, you know, that middle stretch. It's a little faster. It's got this, which is a really nice pace of water. And then it's got that upper section that we're gonna go fish here shortly. So let me make a few more casts through with this rig, and then we'll go check out that upper run before we move sections of the river. All right, let's head back up river, and we're gonna fish the top run, see what that's like. This is a perfect example of why you guys need some waders. Really helps you get to some of these spots. Like, I was just standing in the water up to my knees right there, a little bit past my knees. So yeah, we're gonna go up to this upper section here, see what it looks like, see how it fishes. All right, here we go. I'm gonna start this hole off with the jig and the bead. See what I need to do with my depth, if anything. I could throw a spinner at this spot too. This looks like a pretty nice little spinner hole. It also looks like there's another little section right up above here that would be pretty fishy. This water right through here is pretty nice though. Whew, that sun is bright. Really curious how that's going to come through on the camera. I know on my old GoPro would blow everything out right now, so not exactly sure what's going to happen. Oh, fish on, Bryce, getting the fish on.
All right. Nice fish.
Hell yeah, dude.
Let me kill this thing for you. All right. No, fuck you, bro. I don't even have waders on. I'm just kidding. I don't like a fish.
Hell yeah, nice fish, Bryce.
Now it's fine. Just walk his butt back. Come on. Keep his head up. Walk him back. What the fuck is going on here? You see this?
Oh.
Yeah!
Hell yeah, good job, Bryce.
I'm gonna bunk it. It's my first one. Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna kill it.
Said you're 0 for 2, and then you look at that. You got one. Hell yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Got it on camera,
Ron.
too.
That's that one you released, dude. That's that one you released. Yeah. Big buck.
Nice.
That's
a good fish, though, right there in the fucking corner of the mouth,
dude.
dude.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah, buddy.
Hey, we're not skunked.
Okay, we weren't skunked.
Thanks, brother. Yeah. Dude, I
job,
just
dude.
freaking felt something heavy. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah,
He
that's
is
a
funny.
nice fish right there.
I need a bunker, that's for sure.
Mine's up in the car.
At least I got the perfect thing, right?
Yeah. What's up? What's up? Fish on Bryce here. I just caught a nice one. Let's give, this is for Nick Popoff, the old wooden shampoo.
No. Had to give it the old quadruple smackety.
The old wooden shampoo.
All right,
This
now
is for
pull it
Nick
out and let's
Popoff.
see it. Let's get that long arm right up to the camp.
Oh, wow. All right, guys.
Woo.
Look at that fish. Everybody.
Nice.
Everyone, go check out my channel. It's Fish on Bryce. Everyone like, comment, share to my channel, everybody.
Boom. Alrighty. Move spots. Got a little bit of a space to work with here. All right, guys, we're going to take a break real quick to talk about my sponsors. I want to give a massive shout out to Bobber Down Bait Company. Morgan with Bobber Down Bait Company is a veteran. If you guys are interested in supporting a veteran-owned company, that would be great. He's recently got his business going last year, and it's just growing and expanding. And if you guys are interested in supporting it, get some beads from him, get some clusters, jigs. He's kind of expanding everything he's doing over there with Bobber Down Bait Company. But yeah, check out their website. I'll leave a link in the description below. You can use OFA 10, Oregon Fishing Adventures 10, OFA 10, for 10% off at the checkout. Also, guys, Paramount Outdoors. Today I'm out here wearing their Obsidian Pro waders. These are just a nice, simple 4-ply wader. If you guys don't want something overly complicated, a little bit more budget friendly, these guys are running $179.99. They're just a good 4-ply construction all the way up and down. One big pocket and then a hand warmer pocket. So yeah, guys, if you guys are interested, Paramount Outdoors, you can use that code Oregon Fishing 20. That gets you 20% off on all of their waders. But yeah, I've only worn these ones a few times. They're definitely something I wear a little bit more when I need something breathable. They're definitely more breathable than the regular ones that I wear. The 6-ply kind of keeps some of your heat in a little bit more, but these ones are pretty breathable and lightweight. So if you guys are looking for some new waders, definitely pop over Paramount Outdoors, Oregon Fishing 20. Save you some money. All right, guys. All right, guys, we're going to end this one out here. Thanks for coming along with us today. It was great getting out here, just grinding away, checking out a new spot and stuff. We're going to get heading out of here, and we'll be back in a few days to see if we can't get one. So stay tuned, guys. We'll be on that grind until we get them, and we'll be fishing for these fish until April. So we'll see you guys next time on another Oregon fishing adventure. Peace.